And we're live. Good evening, ladies, lords, and lasses. It is I, your humble dungeon master and YouTube content creator, the Deathly Shad, here to implore you once again for likes and subscribbles as I continue on my journey to be a grand dungeon master to my lovely players in this Rains of Vitrium campaign. So, why don't we go ahead and introduce the players? Agathar, introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Agathar, your friendly neighborhood rogue wizard. Being a good boy and getting Yamched at the same time.
Awesome. Then we have Percival, introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Percival, halfling wizard of divination.
Oh yeah, I'm a couple.
Yes. Next up we have Rensois, introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Rensois, the group's Harangon or Oryctali Spores Druid / monk / unofficial mom friend of the group.
Who's awkwardly dating one of the people now.
What do you mean by awkwardly?
Let's be fair, Percival was the other mom friend of the group,
Also
so it works out.
It does actually work out, you're right.
Don't worry, the group has 2 moms now.
Yeah, it's just the moms are dating each other. Just deal with it.
Hell yeah.
You're our
All
children.
right.
We keep you in line most of the time.
Especially me.
At the very least, we keep you alive.
Yes.
That's
And
all I
then...
can ask for.
And then lastly, sadly, our resident Grave Domain Harangon Oryctali cleric will not be joining us this week because of issues regarding their housing situation, which is a big sad, and we wish him all the best. And currently absent, but present all the same because of a work call that happened like 3 minutes before the end of his day, is lovely Soren, who is our little samurai rabbit folk person. But don't worry, he'll be back soon, probably.
Who's also a good boy.
Yes, also a good boy indeed. So, let's get right into the business. When last we left our heroes, Agathar,
I'm back,
the
sorry.
kobold... oh, well, never mind. Soren, introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, it's Soren. I'm back. We're back. Everyone's back.
Hey, there we go. The gang's all here. So,
Except for
Backstreet's
Vaelyn.
back.
well, except for Vaelyn, yeah, you're right. So, when last we left our heroes, Agathar the kobold necromancer, Percival the halfling divination wizard, Rensois the rabbit folk druid monk, Soren the rabbit folk samurai, and Vaelyn the grave domain cleric rabbit folk, they had just been warped into the puzzle dungeon by a Miss Dralam Rivendell, the suspected archmage of abjuration and resident Insano-style mage of the city of Deepwood. Through many trials and tribulations, they managed to survive the entire first half of the dungeon, and then enter into an accord with Miss Rivendell that if they were to complete a bonus round, they would get a checkpoint wherever that bonus round took place. Having succeeded in the bonus round of Spell Component Test, they successfully were rewarded with a few magic items and with a checkpoint. And then they left immediately. Now,
Shit to do.
after leaving said dungeon, they are stranded outside in the bar with no name and don't really know exactly what else to do. So they began to wander aimlessly and do more things, more roleplay between each other. And I believe that I believe that everyone's in the process of getting warped back into the dungeon.
Yes.
Sounds about right.
Yes. A snap of the fingers. a cry from Rensois of, "Oh, I don't want to go!" Joking. We enter a new area as I change l'ambiance. Do 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 do. What the fuck?
I don't think that was the one you were going for.
Nope.
Totally fits the mood. What are you talking about?
Copyright.
That is not what I was going for at all. What the fuck?
Esto.
Oh, so let's do the traditional D20 test and see how much Roll20 hates us
Oh
today.
yeah, how's Roll 20 feeling?
There we go.
Oh, it's spicy today, and not in the good way.
Yeah, it's the highs are high, lows are low.
You have no need to worry. You have me. Therefore, there is little to worry about in the way of luck.
Alright.
So, but what about all the nat wins?
Net
The net
I can make them
wins.
into. I can make them not ones.
Net wins. Okay. The map shifted.
Rather have a net 20.
20. I'm gonna shuffle this down here so the audience.
God, it
can
really-
see.
It really is the stupidest running gag that we have, and I love it.
You're welcome.
Oh,
It's like the subtitle for this is now the Rains of Vitrium. Win.
the Rains of Vitrium.
the Rains of Vitrium.
Rains of Vitrium.
Vitrium. All right.
All of this covers left.
However, upon further inspection of your surroundings, Vaelyn is no longer there.
That bastard
Dang
ditched
it.
again. I'll be so angry when I see him, despite the fact that he literally can't be here. Make it a character flaw of his.
Oh no, he pulled a Vaelyn.
He arrives with all of us, but he immediately gets zapped and turned to dust. It's like, well, that was the fastest time ever.
No, he's just not there.
Spawns in on one of the glyphs.
Like, guys, I made
And
it.
and over the intercom, just a little. Hey, guess what?
You're watching us with Vaelyn.
No, I have a
You-
hostage situation here.
Was this normally part of your test that you would just take one of the testes out of it for no
Yes.
good reason? Okay.
Are you
After all,
laughing that she said testes?
Oh, I see. I made a joke and you found it was comical because it was a play on words. Good for you, Soren. Flashing that sub 10 intelligence, I see.
he found it coonical.
Goddamn.
Shut up, Fanta.
I mean, that was out of character, but
Personal just calls out to the ether. Good, keep him. He's the weak link.
Oh my god.
Oh, but here's the thing. A group falls or succeeds by its weakest link, does it not?
Yes,
And if
you've
you don't
taken
manage
it
to
out of the
say-
equation.
Yes, and if you don't manage to save your weak link, then, well, something else is gonna happen.
You're going to tell him a very long story or put him in that dark room?
Oh, he's going in the dark room.
Okay.
Why?
Because you have a time limit now. You have 2 hours to get to the end of this floor. Or your
Okay.
friend goes goodbye-bye forever.
Forever.
Just had a bonding moment.
Well, at least until he starves to death.
You give him water in there?
No.
Okay, I look back to the guys. 3 days. At worst.
Maybe sooner.
He'll-
Depends on his
Oh.
metal.
Also, all we would have to do would go and pay a visit to her husband.
All I need to say at the moment is he has the will of a wet noodle, so it will be less than a day.
Ye all have such little faith in thine companion.
Yes.
Well, we's a relative term.
Well, fuet not. It'll all be worth it in the end, won't it? Ha ha ha! Now go!
How
You've lost 10 minutes talking to me already.
I don't find it to be that much of a loss. I would say you should give us a little something more than just the person that we came here with, if you want us to pick up the pace.
Oh. I might do that.
Besides, I don't know why you're trying to rush us. Don't you want to watch this?
I do. But I have 99 more floors of watching. We
And when was the last time someone was here?
don't talk about that.
I do though. Don't rush me. You
I'm
rush
just gonna
people
start-
and they're
I'm
more
just gonna
likely
start
to
looking
leave.
around.
Wait, no, I fucking stopped you. I was like, wait.
I'm not like moving forward. I'm just
Oh,
gonna see if I
okay.
can see anything from my position.
What
From
do we
your
see ahead of us?
position, go ahead and roll perception.
I have my dancing lights.
Spicy. Spicy. You don't.
Give me a moment.
Neither of you see much ado about anything. I mean, of
Those
course,
are
there's
weird.
the ever-present glyphs just everywhere along the walls, but you can't see which ones are.
Soren sees the goddamn future, though.
Like he's just standing there and his eyes just start dilating.
His eyes start glowing.
Red
Francois
Swan.
sees-
Red Swan is his vision is drawn down as Percy's arguing and she gets a view of her from behind. I don't know.
It's like, oh,
No, Rensel's just like, she's hot when she's assertive.
okay.
That's my secret, Red Swan. I'm always assertive.
Oh. so moving along, Soren, with that natural 20 perception, you don't see any of the obviously there's these same silvery runic drawings everywhere, but you don't get the feeling that there are any more in this area just yet. I will say you see this tree move subtly, imperceptibly.
If it's imperceptibly, how would he see it?
Shush.
Not imperceptible to a nat 20.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose we should start our regiment of touching each fucking block with a 20-foot pole.
Yeah. We'll see how far that goes.
I was told this was a puzzle, not a minefield.
Yeah, but does she really know the difference?
Well, for these first 10 floors, I would say yes, she did.
I guess the MMO itself is a puzzle.
To be fair, the only thing we know is that before this, she was sane. She could have been equally sadistic.
Fair. But that isn't our problem. Well,
I mean, it technically is.
I was going to reiterate. Their past self is not our problem.
Mm-hmm.
So we start doing the thing unless Soren stops us and says, like, hey, it's fine up until that weird tree branchy thing.
Well, he's gonna wait until everybody's finished, and then he's gonna like point to the tree and say, "I'd be careful around that thing. I just saw it move.
Move?
Like a train?
It moved."
Okay. She takes a step back where she was. I leer at it.
You
kind
also
of, like,
notice
narrowing my eyes.
You also notice a placard right here.
Can I read the placard from there?
I'll say with a natural 20 you can. Allow me to tap out what it says.
Free vegetables.
Rensois, oh boy, runs ahead.
No wonder you didn't get past the first floor.
Well, we have carrots.
It's like just a placard that says carrot cocktails, this free carrot cocktails with an arrow. It's like, oh, thank the gods, I need a drink. Disintegrate.
So what is this? What's the plaque say, Shad?
The
He's
plaque.
typing it out.
I'm typing it out as well as, it says, "The willow weeps for those who seek its heart."
The willow weeps for those who seek its heart.
She rubs her chin, and I leer at this growth with my dual arts of once was druid and now is witch wizard. Is there something I can roll to try and discern this plant's genus and phylum? Where does it fall?
I would say that you should roll for me a roll a nature check.
Could I have advantage?
I would say sure. I will
So
also
she's staring at this.
Kabushki.
I will also give Rensois a roll on nature with advantage as well, because literal druid.
So she looks out at this, thinks for a moment, rifles through her bag, pulls out a book, and I am going to cast Borrowed Knowledge.
Okay.
As the spine of the book is stretched, the pages fly, and her eyes go cloudy for a moment as I gain temporary proficiency in nature.
All right.
And you said I do get advantage.
Yes.
Fuck
Because
me.
I am a benevolent god.
Roll 8.
So, with a 17 to 23, the two of you have heard about things such as Trents and Dryads before that might live within this tree. However, you, Rensois, with that 23, actually know of a different way that plant life can become sentient, in which you take a gem, an agate, worth roughly 1,000 gold, and you carve it into the heart of a plant or a tree or something, and upon doing so, you awaken it.
Okay. The if I had to guess, the heart it's referring to would be the an agate used to cast the awaken spell.
You surmise it is an awakened tree.
It's certainly possible.
It would certainly
It,
match the description of its heart being the gemstone.
I don't recall Awaken being a wizard spell, though I suppose, it is a school of magic in general, even if it does seem biased towards wizards.
So if I had to guess, this riddle would be just don't get greedy.
Or
Maybe.
we need to find that agate somewhere.
We can probe, but I don't know if getting close enough would activate it much in like the succubus room. Let's those who Willow weeps for those who seek it. How is this relevant for getting past this?
I think the question to ask here, does it mean weep as in happiness or in sadness?
It is non-specific, so I would imagine it is one of the situations where it would not simply let us pass.
It would not be much of a puzzle otherwise.
So,
Since it's it might be an awakened tree, you think we can just talk to it?
I am unfamiliar with the spell, so I am unsure if it is capable of language, and if it is, it could clearly hear us.
It would. Hold on, I'm having to reread Awaken because I was like, I don't think it, because it just gives. Target gains intelligence of 10. Oh no, the target also gains the ability to speak one language you know. Yeah.
Whoa, it only learns one. How many languages does our dear friend ch-ldr-n know?
Well, I know common languages now, so.
It is not tongues, though.
Well, fair.
And given our luck, ch-ldr-n would probably choose some dead language that no one actually knows anymore.
Or if she's a wizard, probably draconic.
Maybe.
It's possible.
In which case, I could have a chat with it.
You can?
I know draconic.
Well,
As do
Agathar
I.
sweats. He sweats more.
What was that? Sorry.
No, it's just Agathar sweats. He's
He,
definitely
he sweats when he realizes that both Soren and Renswa speak Draconic.
Yeah. So now he can't cuss under his breath anymore.
oh, we knew.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm racking my brain here on what this puzzle wants from us. The willow weeps for those who seek its heart. Perhaps we need to find the agate for this puzzle to produce water or something. Perhaps it's a key. It seems so wildly simple. Without it defining what or why.
Renswa's gonna get a little closer.
Careful.
Like here.
Nothing seems to happen.
And and she's just going to attempt to speak to it in basically all four languages she speaks. So she will try Common, Draconic, Druidic, and Nolish. And see if the tree responds to any of them.
Alright then. So, you go up and you speak. What language do you speak in first?
She doesn't think it's correct, but she will try Common first.
No response.
She will then follow with Druidic.
No response.
Draconic.
No response.
And finally, Nolish.
The tree seems to shift move, and the branches of this beautiful willow tree just kind of like curl and writhe around one another before they kind of like crack and snap and flick upwards to form a beautiful mane of hair that kind of go up over the head, down along the back in this long, flowing mane. A few strands kind of like coming down across the face as this tree lifts itself up, perks itself, kind of like perks its chest up, and with these leaves kind of like falling around all along it in this very beautiful waterfall-like fashion, this tree responds in Nolish.
What?
Oh! Another has come.
I almost, like, Percival is stifling a laugh because this tree talks in bark.
God damn it! You son of a bitch!
Incredible.
I am surprised I didn't make that joke. Props to you for doing it.
You clever son of a bitch.
I'm
I'm
glad.
the only one that
and
caught
hate-
it.
I love and hate you simultaneously, Shad. You glorious bastard. Yeah, she
Oh!
will.
But you know, they perk their chest up and they kind of go, oh, oh my! It's been so long since the small folk have joined this place. What brings you all here? And there are so many more of you than there are normally.
Yes, well, I suppose the same thing that typically brings people here once in a blue moon. Mistress Jalam's test.
Oh, Mistress Jalam is a wonderful person. She's promised me life eternal down here, in the depths of this lovely little dungeon.
I'm surprised you would not prefer someplace with more light.
Oh no, then I'm not able to grow to my fullest extent. I have to compete with all the other trees, and they're all so mean.
I suppose that is understandable.
Everyone says that Willow weeps, that Willow cries, that Willow must be sad all the time, but I, Willow, am happy and joyous, for I am all here.
Soren actually replies in Nullish and he says, "Oh, you seem pretty happy to me. I don't know why they'd think that."
Why are you
Oh!
barking?
Another
What?
Another person speaks the bark tongue.
What is happening?
I looked to Agathar. I was like, did you know they could speak this?
No! that's new to me, and he just points to Soren. Like, he's
Yes.
most surprised that he knows Nolish out of...
The Soren just kind of like smirks at the both of them and like does like the peace sign and goes, "I am a man of many talents."
Apparently!
Alright.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite
I'm
catch
just
that.
I'm just picturing these two rabbits just fucking barking at a tree.
And the tree's like, bark, bark, bark.
Just because...
bark.
Nolish is actually more a language of growls, yips, barks, and soft trilling noises, like what
Making
hyenas would
so-
normally make.
Making Soren sound even dumber than he usually sounds.
It
I
essentially
would-
sounds like a blender with a bunch of rocks in it.
I would also
So Percival's
put
just like, oh look, he really is a dog.
I would also
got that dog in him.
I would also put forward that Nolish actually somewhat changes a little bit depending on what race is speaking it, because for cats it's more a bit of a howling yip, more of a howling hiss, and a purr to show like pleased or anger, or like little like bird chirping, trilling noises to show excitement or something like that. Whereas for rabbits, it's more like more for rabbits and squirrels and Ratkin, it's more of like a chittering and a little kind of sound. So the dialect changes a little bit. It's like the difference between Mexico Spanish and Spain Spanish, where you have like Vostromos versus Nostromos or something like that.
Yeah, nuances.
Yeah, minor nuances, but you can relatively understand one another. It isn't as if, the old rabbits are just going bark, 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 bark the whole time. Although there are some barks here and there.
But that's funnier.
Oh, no. Like, imagine however you want. I'm just trying to explain further how it actually is.
But yeah. Rensois will turn to Willow. Pray tell, Willow, I shall kind of point to the sign. I believe this is referring something about, seeking your heart?
Oh, yes. That old thing. I wouldn't pay it any mind at all.
Okay. Well then, do you know how we proceed through safely?
Well, you simply walk right over there. And she points in that direction.
Insight check. Yeah,
Sure.
You beat me to that because
A 24 insight. Is that a 12 insight? The both of you can see that this woman, not a lying bone in her body. She's being very genuine, being very honest.
there's no bones in her body. She's a tree.
I know, right? There's no bones about it. She's just, she's just happy to be here. She's happy to see people.
Yeah, her delivery seems a little wooden, though.
Meh. I mean,
Boo, get out.
you would expect that after being alone for however many years it took for people to get here last.
Can I look at something?
What do you want to look at?
What is she currently standing in? What is her roots built into? Is it a pool?
Her roots are dug into this mulchy soil that's very much soaked in water.
So, what is she saying then?
She's saying that the sign is old, we should ignore it, and that the safest path through is to simply trudge ahead.
Ah, yes. So were
Really?
all the tiles behind us, but they had no problem disintegrating anything in their path.
Oh, so that's what that hallway does. I'm messing.
You can't understand me.
I
can't understand me.
I just said
I do not
messing.
speak your language of barks.
What? Are you mad you don't speak bark tongue?
No, I'm quite happy actually. So, I have a few options, most of which are not pleasant. Unfortunately, there was a spell I could have gone about learning. Fortunately, I didn't see the use of it. Hindsight. I do have Blight. That would shrivel her up quite good.
Unless we have to.
I believe something to do with her tears. And she is sitting in a pool. So...
Maybe the sign was just supposed to help figure out that this is a talking tree, and maybe...
The riddle doesn't state that she is like a tip machine. She is part of something else.
Fair.
So you think we need to kill her then?
Don't necessarily think we have to,
You guys-
or that we should.
You guys hear the extending of tree branches as Willow seems to kind of like they seem to sigh. They seem to kind of like lift their arms up in a stretching motion, kind of lean back with just like this just this cracking sound of wood as she's just like oh ooh, that's a spot I have not had cracked in so long. I have been still. Little rabbits that can speak the language of trees. Here,
The language of
Right.
trees.
have some fruits from my loins.
Gross.
And she kind of like reaches up through the various branches along her shoulders and head, and she pulls out 2 very large apples, and she offers them to both of you.
Rensois will take one and
Would your friends
kind of give it a.
Would your friends enjoy some apples as well? I make them special.
Rensois wants to check out the apple. What should I roll, Shad?
Well, there is nothing you can roll because as you look at this apple, this is the first of its kind you've ever seen. This apple has this ruby red crystalline glass-like structure for skin. And it is nearly translucent and see-through.
Soren will lift his. No, Soren will take the other one and lift it up to his nose and take a whiff.
I was gonna, so, Shad.
Yeah?
I hate to be.
What's up?
If it's those crystal apples, Rensois has seen those.
Oh,
in fact,
shit.
she has 17 seeds
Oh,
in
shit.
her bag
Oh,
because she saw them when she met the travelers.
you know what? Thank you for reminding me. I have forgotten. Yeah, I know. It's the same apple that those travelers handed you so long ago.
Huh.
I wonder. Can I see where the heart is? Is it visible at all, or is it is there a way I can indicate where it might be on her?
Roll a perception.
Well, are those apples? What's going on with those?
Fuck.
Rensois will toss one over to
7.
Agathar.
He wasn't expecting it, so he just kind of like fumbles a little bit, but catches it.
Oh, did your little friends who don't speak the language of trees want some too? And
Yes.
you see she kind of like reaches her arms back and she says, "Here, enjoy the fruits of my many labors." And she pulls out 2 more apples and hands them to you, and she offers one to Percival. As she's moving around a bit too much for you to notice if there's any particular point where her heart is obviously located.
I don't know if we should eat, let alone touch anything in here.
I mean, I have had these apples before.
Really? Can I inspect the apple?
Yeah.
I've definitely never seen this before.
You can inspect it. It's
Yeah.
see-through. You'd think it's gem, but apparently it's edible.
Yeah, using kind of like my thumb and a little bit my claw to kind of scrape against the flesh of it, just to kind of inspect it. Can I suss out anything in particular with like I don't know, I have a herbalism kit.
I mean,
I don't
like
know if that's gonna help me.
if you, it would be an alchemy tools check to see if it's poisonous or anything like that. There isn't anything discernible as you kind of like drag your claw across the skin. You find that the skin itself is not hard. Like it's hard like a gem would be, but it's not like it does not have the actual hardness of a gem. Like you can scratch the surface easily enough. It's like a hard candy.
Gotcha. He kind of gives a little giggle to himself as he kind of like flips over his arm to look at his own transparent hand. He just kind of like lines up the two.
Oh yeah. Roll a perception.
Sure.
perception. 16.
You can actually, if you look hard enough and if you squint, you can actually see through the apple to your bones.
Ew. Cool. Weird.
So, do you remember? Do you remember what this apple did? You had one before, right, Francois?
I have. It just tasted like an apple. It was quite good.
Tastes like a candied apple, specifically.
Someone's gonna take his and like bring it to his face and sniff it. Just
Oh, well, if
Smells
you've had
heavily
this
like
before-
apples.
If you've had this apple before, but
I mean, if it changes
Soren takes a bite.
changes anything,
Alright. You take a bite, and it tastes sweet, like there's crunch, and then it's just juice in your mouth. And as you bite through it, you can see on the interior of this hard, candy-like exterior is a literal apple. And the second you bite through it, like, that section stops being translucent, and you can only see apple flesh. But if you take that and rotate it to the other end, you can still see through it as if it were translucent.
Agathar was just about to bite an apple, and then he's just like has his mouth open with about to take a bite, and he's just watching Soren, not like taking a bite of it anymore, just like watching to see what happens.
just like, let's see if he dies first.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, in for a penny, in for a pounding.
Meanwhile,
I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons that Soren took a bite. He just wanted to make sure it was okay, and he knows he could probably take it. So if it is bad,
I'd like to test the room a touch. Smudge crawls down to my wrist, little bird, and I look from Rensois to this tree that said like, oh, you could just go by, and I send them whisking past.
All right, they just go past. You hear Willow make a comment, and both Soren and Rensois will understand it is going, "Oh, what a strange bird that is! It must be a familiar of some kind. Master Jalam told me all about those. They're lovely." But
So Soren's
Smudge
Sorry,
flies
go
by unmolested.
so Soren's gonna essentially like take another step forward and just basically hold up the apple, and be like, "This is," in knowledge he replies, "This is probably the best damn apple I've ever had in my life."
You see the grin spread across this tree's face, like almost split her bark in half entirely. That's how wide of a grin it is. She goes, "Oh yes, thank you. I've been working on them for so long. It's taken me, well, decades to get them to grow down here. That's why I call them the fruits of my labors."
So, are you stuck down here, or are you able to leave at all?
No, I can't leave, but I don't want to either.
Oh, well, at least I'm glad you're happy down here then.
Of
It's
course
gotta be
I
lonely
am.
though.
Oh, it's never lonely. I have many friends, and I make friends with myself all the time. You see her turn to the wall behind her and go, "How do you do?" And then pause. "Oh, I'm more than fine, and thank you for caring enough to ask." And then she turns back to you. "You see, friends all around."
He looks at the wall, then back at her, blank expression, and goes, "All right, I see your point." And then he's
Are there others like? You have to tell me what's happening because I can't understand her.
Language barriers.
Bark, 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 Shad.
If only you had, I don't know, comprehend languages, tongues.
I have comprehend languages. I just don't see it useful in this situation. Talking to a tree.
So Soren's going to continue. So Will is your name, right?
Oh, yes. Isn't it a wonderful name? I chose it myself because I thought it was. How shall we say? It had pan-ass.
Panache? Pizzazz?
Yes, that's what I said, pan-ass.
Close enough.
My name's Soren. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh,
Are we good to pass?
I am
Vaelyn?
Renswa.
Vaelyn
oh,
might
it is
explode.
lovely to meet the both of you as well. It's been so long since I had visitors. And even longer still since there were more than one or two. It's a shame that your friends don't have the bark tongue, but that's okay. I still can pinch their little cheeks. And Agathar, without any prompting from Renswa, Soren, or anyone else, this tree just reaches out and just begins to grab at you. Do you dodge?
Yeah, I dodged. I don't know what's going on. I'm
Sure.
trying to
I mean,
dodge.
they have a big grin on their face. You're dodging. I'm going to see if they can hit you. No. Oh, what a squirrely little one!
Ah,
He ran outside of my reach.
what? Ah.
So,
I'm like,
I am a little sad to say, but we do have to cut this short. One of our friends is in trouble, and we're on a time limit, unfortunately. But it was an absolute pleasure talking with you, Willow.
Oh, and it
Indeed.
was a pleasure talking with the both of you as well. I'm so happy to get to meet new people. Please, go ahead, meet your little friend. The master does love to play her kidnapping games.
If it wouldn't be
Uh-huh.
too much, if it wouldn't be too much for me to ask, would it be possible if I got another apple?
Why, of course. You can have as many as you want. And she reaches back behind her and she pulls out another apple and she offers it to you.
He takes it and like bows and puts it in his bag and says, "I have someone who might like this."
Hmm. I'm happy you're thinking as lovebirds might. Now, go along, go along. Run along, little ones.
And I was going to take a step forward and look around. And does he notice anything?
No? It's just her sitting in this mulchy soup-like mess.
So, in common again, he's going to go. Well, it looks like the coast is clear, according to our friend here. Um, I don't know if it actually is clear, or she just can't see anything. But she seems like she's telling the truth.
I mean,
Because
to be fair, wait, no, she didn't understand that shit.
she is a cog in a greater puzzle or trap.
trying to pinch me.
She wanted to pinch your cheek.
Like off or like?
No, like affectionately.
Oh,
She's very nice.
really?
Indeed.
I mean, I guess.
Considering the two of you haven't looked off, I would imagine that the conversation was pleasant. But my trepidation stands. There is a clear aspect. Perhaps this is only a part of the puzzle and the rest of it lies beyond her.
I would say let us move on and we'll see what it is.
Alright.
It's always possible this is simply a diversion.
Maybe. I check the floors and we do the whole like babada 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 slow
Yeah.
walk.
Yeah, you gonna slow walk around her little rectangle, or are you gonna go through it?
Why would I go through it? It's wet in there.
All right, fair enough. I mean, I don't know.
It's also her root bed. It might be disrespectful.
Maybe you want to get nice. Maybe you want to get nice and wet with Willow.
Wow. Chad, no.
But no, you guys make it around unmolested. You know. You see her
stop
wave
here?
as you enter the next room, or as you go to enter the next room.
Could I inspect, like, as I'm kind of like scooting along the wall, kind of keeping an eye on her? Can I like inspect what she's in, like the old gunk stuff?
Sure. Go ahead and roll me either an investigation check or a perception check of your choice. If you're doing investigation, you're going to be a bit more involved, as in like reaching in and moving it and moving the stuff around a bit. But you may get, but the DC will be lower for an investigation check.
I'll do perception. I don't know what this thing is, and I don't want to touch it.
All right.
Yeah, I actually don't know.
As far as you can tell, it's just a bunch of mulch and water.
Weird. Okay. Okay. He scoots up.
All right. So, in this next room, you see 6 pools of water. Here, 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 and here, in a rectangular room. And there's a placard on the very end right about there. And there are 2 hallways in this direction that seem to go somewhere else.
I send Smudge out to read it.
All right.
I use my glass of magnifying.
You
I think I still have it.
read the following off the placard. Progress is made through the heart of the wood.
This is made the heart of the wood. Are there more trees around?
Perhaps. It did turn to look at the wall.
So maybe it's connected to a bigger.
It wouldn't be crazy to think that this is not the only awakened tree down here, and there is a root network beneath our feet.
It's not a far-fetched idea, considering she's probably been here for a while.
Well, maybe the pools of water, or maybe show us the root canal underneath.
Percy kind of like knits her brow, weeps in possession of her heart. Perhaps one of these other 3 entities is someone this one is after romantically. Maybe heart is more metaphorical, less literal.
Are these pools just like pools of water, or is there like dirt in them?
Well, now that you mention it, there is actually some dirt in this water. It's crystal clear to a degree, but there's still like some floating dirt and like mulch kind of like sifting around within it.
Okay. Hey, Rensfly, you got some seeds from the last apple you got, right?
I did, yes.
Did you ever try planting them?
We're never in one place long enough. I never really thought to try.
I just had a crazy idea.
Well, elaborate.
Well, there's just pools of water here. I was with some dirt in them. Figured, again, crazy idea, but maybe the seeds from these apples we just got could be planted there. Although there is no dirt, so that's probably not possible.
Maybe. I would say hold on to them. Let's see what is down these hallways.
So I plan to savor this one. He still has the apple in his hand that he's only taken one bite out of.
Perhaps keep one unbesmirched.
I got a second. I was planning to give that to my pan flute teacher, but if we need to, I can give it up here.
Is there
She
anything
she
that
asked.
seems off
Willow
about
also
this.
said that we may have as many as we would like,
Oh,
so we could always go back for more.
fair enough. So, Chad,
Yeah, what's up?
anything in this room that I could discern with an Arcana or a good perception check? Or maybe investigation. I've already done a perception and goofed.
I will say you can make me an investigation check if you want to investigate the room.
Sure.
It will take you time to do so, though.
Rolling low today.
19's still pretty good. I would imagine that Rensois maybe wants to add guidance to that.
Yeah, I'll add guidance.
All right. Go ahead and roll a d4.
Booshki.
All
Well,
right. with a 20, investigating the room, you find that there are 3 different hallways. So obviously, these 2 hallways don't seem to have anything. Actually, these 2 hallways have a placard on them. Sorry, give me just a second, as I remember my own puzzles.
Oh, by the way, Common, Draconic, Dwarven, and Nullish is what I speak.
Nice.
One way in, one way out.
So go in one way and go out the other.
Or,
Actually,
or it kills you and it sends you to the
to the Shadow Realm, Jimbo.
yeah.
But a further investigation will tell you that there's the placard there with the relation to these 2 doors, the placard here that says progress is made to the heart of the wood, and then you will also notice that the water and mulch-like soot in each of these pools is reminiscent, if not the same, as what's here.
Can I disturb the water here with a mage hand?
Sure.
Can I just like lightly brush a fingertips along the water
Sure.
just to see what happens?
You brush fingertips along the water and nothing seems to happen. The soot and the mulch within it just seems to kind of like stir around and move and sift along with your mage hand.
Weird. Well, are we just gonna start going down hallways? I'm not exactly sure how to proceed. Let's get closer.
Do they all essentially like look the same?
Yeah. I mean, like, they have like different compositions of mulch and soil in them, but they're all relatively the same, yeah.
If I look into the pool, what can I see?
Hmm.
Is it just like a pool of water, or
Would you like to roll me a investigation or perception check?
investigated? I'll continue with perception. I don't want to touch this stuff yet. I don't know what it does.
Alright, perception.
Yeah, that's what I get.
Hmm. It's very hard to see in this soil-like and mulch water, despite it being clear and crystal-like. The soil and mulch collecting around the top and the bottom of it just make it hard to see through.
I really don't want to go into the pools. The placard up here was the one way in, one way out, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said there's another placard somewhere?
Yeah. The other placard is on this wall here that says progress is
Oh,
made
those.
to the heart of the wood.
Alright, so we definitely can't proceed over there unless we do something with the woods here.
Soren's going to take another bite of his apple. Has he reached any seeds yet?
Well, like, are you taking a bite in the same place or a different place?
The same place.
Okay, then I would say you probably can see like a couple seeds.
Actually, I don't know if he would do that right now since I don't know if anybody's told him about the water composition. He hasn't noticed it yet.
You
so-
can quite literally see the water composition.
Okay, and he
I mean-
can tell that it's the same as Willow's pool there.
I mean, roll me an intelligence check or an investigation of your choice.
They're
Well, actually, not
They're
investigation.
both this-
Perception also works.
well, I just clicked investigation, so I was going to have to roll that. So with
16?
the
With a 16
Yeah, with the-
intelligence, yeah, they're the same. They're composed of the same water.
with the perception, that would have been a 24. So
Yeah, no, easily
Um,
they're easily composed of the same water.
okay, he reaches over. He reaches over, like leans over into the pool, looks down into it, and furrows his brow. Then he takes another. That's when he takes the second bite of the apple, and then tries to dig a seed out from there, and just kind of like hovers it over and just drops it in.
All right. You drop the seed within the water, and you watch it just go plink, and just start to slowly drift down inside the water, and you see it shudder for a second, and you hear Willow say, "Oh, that was so sweet of you to give back what you have taken, or what was freely given, one or the other, but you've given it back. And that is very lovely of you." You see her kind of like shake with pride a little bit. Just like, shh, 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 shh.
He's making noises, Soren. What's she saying?
She seems to be happy that I did that.
Rensois will kind of pick through the apple she was given, see how many seeds she can pull out. God, that is hard to say.
See how many sweets she can pull out. Sweets.
Sweet.
Sweet.
You get 6 seeds.
Oh, well, that's perfectly good. Rensois will start plopping seeds into the other ones.
Alright, you plop a seed into each one, and you see Willow kind of like going, ooh, ah, yee. Ooh, it's so lovely to see someone planting my seeds.
Agatha just kind of looks at them just kind of doing the seeds, and he just shrugs and just starts like chomping down on his apple to get to the seeds, and then he just kind of follows suit. He doesn't know he's
Alright.
following the leader on this one.
You get 1 seed.
Hooray!
It was a very tiny apple.
Agatha looks a little sad, and then he's just like,
Actually,
"Oh,
yeah,
man."
fuck it. Hold on. You get 8 seeds.
Yay!
I
Oh,
think
wait, there's the other
Percy-
7. I didn't see him.
I think Percy's going to send Smudge down one of these hallways.
Which one?
Left.
Left? Alright. Smudge flies through the hallway and enters another room.
Bring light there.
Well, that's the thing. Is as Smudge looks around this room, there's no way out.
Squawk. I resummon him.
Doesn't work.
Oh no.
You try and manipulate the weave to pull Smudge back into their pocket dimension, and they are stuck.
I point to the left one. That is a booby trap.
I knew it!
Or it does not allow for spying.
And Uh, I will say, are you are you gonna check back in with Smudge?
I can't.
No, you can check in with Smudge. You can look through them all you want. You just can't resummon them. You can't pull them out of there.
Is he within 100 feet of me?
Oh, that only works within 100 feet.
Yes, Shad.
Oh,
Well, I can look at. I just can't communicate with them. I suppose that's correct.
Yeah.
But are they on this plane? So no, I cannot check in with them, Shad.
Yeah, sorry. I will say you can kind of like. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Yeah, no, just like into the wall into the hallway, and the last thing you see is just a room with no exit, and you can't resummon them. After about, I want to say, a half a minute, you feel the connection to your familiar just snap.
Hmm. Good thing Smudge is
A trooper.
Well-
Can I see Smudge?
no.
Can I look into the hallway?
No, it's just a hallway. It seems to lead to another room.
Yeah, but I already know what's going on in that room, so you can't do that to me. I run back over here.
Let
What?
me see here. I lift my hand and begin to cast a spell.
What
and
you
I will
casting?
do an arcane eye.
All right, Arcane Eye. Where are you putting it?
I will put it here,
All right.
and I will move it
Second.
forward into the other room.
Ba-da-da-do.
A second Percy arrives.
Oh no! Now we're
Oh
truly.
shite, they're multiplying.
Now the world is truly doomed.
And I throw him in there.
All right. Let me adjust stream real quick. You can see that there is another room with a hallway to the right, stairs leading up, and a hallway to the left. The hallway to the left has a bright white sign with red lettering that says Vaelyn is here, spelled IZHEAR, and it is pointed in this direction, down this hallway.
Huh. I go the other way.
You going to the right?
Yes.
Right. Go ahead and go to the right. You send your arcane eye over there, and you enter and look at a hallway that is just extends down. You would imagine it wraps back around to where the placard is. However, upon entering into this hallway with your arcane eye, you get a good distance there. And then as you kind of like continue to look around, something happens and your eye closes.
Grumps. Her eyes are shut, arms tucked behind her back as she just kind of like not snorts, but just like frustrated.
Like harumphs.
Yeah. I dislike this place.
You and me both. Did you see anything?
The hallway to our right seems to wrap around. It might have information on the walls, but of course, it was dispelled. Smudge went to the left, did not get very far into the other room, but that other hallway seems to lead in that direction, and he was shunted to a dark space. There's also a sign that's poorly written that says Vaelyn is here, blah blah. But very clearly, Vaelyn is not here because the name of the game is get to the end of this floor, then we get him. And I don't suspect that we would get him early.
True.
Hey, stop saying that sign was poorly written. I had my great-great-granddaughter draw that, and she was very good with it.
Well, I am unaware of their age.
27.
I don't know
Fine.
their age either.
Well then.
Are you sure that they are your granddaughter? Or do you just assume it because of how many there are?
I don't rightfully know. Kylie had so many children.
Kylie's the bard, right?
Yes! She's the Dean of Deepwood. No, Morningwood. Yes.
He just kind of like snorts and says, well, that tracks then.
I'm frustrated that I cannot probe and poke at these places before we are shunted into them, considering this place is a minefield and not a puzzle dungeon.
Yeah, sort of thing. Sort of just took a step into this place, and she was like, "Nope." I guess we can just try to keep checking the floors for any traps, and then go into the next room and see what we can do from there.
I think I make an offhanded comment. Is like, we're sure moving very slowly because we can't trust these floors. It would help if someone were to give us the go-ahead on whether or not it was still a minefield.
No. That would be too easy.
Ah, well then, I hope you are ready to wait a very long time for anything to happen.
I can't be blamed for your ineptitude.
I can't be blamed for your shoddy craftsmanship.
Don't make me come down there.
And do what? Ruin the only entertainment you've had in the last 35 years?
Snapple! Stop it. You're being mean to me, and I don't appreciate it.
I wouldn't poke the bear.
I want to work with her, but she's being difficult. I can't probe or look ahead like a wizard would, and this is a wizard's dungeon.
Yeah, so that's why she thought of it and tries to.
You got to
Understandable.
probe and look ahead a whole room, and then the hallway before it was dispelled.
You snatched my bird.
Oh, your bird is just fine. It'll take you a whole hour to resummon them, though.
I am aware. Smudge is becoming a more expensive asset than I had normally thought.
As are all familiars.
Normally he doesn't
Not mine.
pop.
He won't do some of this stuff. And then again, I don't blame him.
So we do the checking. It takes however long it's supposed to. We get into this area that is currently very dark for some reason.
Hold on.
Oh, it's because I don't have my own dark vision. I have dancing lights.
No, I can't,
see
Oh,
shite.
wait, no, I also don't have dark vision, that's why.
Give
I
me.
can't see shite.
Alright, you guys move down
Keep
through
moving
that
forward.
hallway.
I don't have dark vision, but I have a lantern. So
Follow
As
this. I light up. Oh, I could turn my scythe on it and emits light.
Yes, it does.
Your-
Did you
your
just
lightsaber.
realize that?
Yeah.
And I also forgot that the Megadon Hidorida were Moon-Touch scimitars, so I
Oh
could
my
have done the
God.
same thing. I could have done the same thing with them. He's gonna pull a Hidorida and speak the command word to light it up.
So light it up, light it up, up. He's on fire! Copyright! I believe Moon Touch is
right
like,
up-
what,
up-
10 feet?
Moon touch? I think it's.
Let me
Let me
look.
check. I was about to check.
There you go.
15 foot.
Yeah.
Oh, 15. All right.
15.
Oh. Oh, well.
Yeah, bright. Bright 15.
Meh.
Oh, whoa.
Eh. So 30 feet of light total, but 15 dim, 15 bright.
All right. There's your 15-15.
Mine was a light blade. Oh shit, what was it called?
Just out of curiosity, he's also going to pull Miki down and speak the command word. Does it still light up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't see why it wouldn't.
Well, because it ate another weapon, it became a Vorpal sword, so I was kind of curious if it actually still kept the moon touched property.
I see. And then
It's-
Renswa has
It's a sword that glows
her
now.
lantern.
All right. So, looking around this room in particular, you will notice a couple things. First of all, is the very poorly written sign right here that says Vaelyn is here, pointing in this direction. You also notice a small wall of prismatic light filling this hallway here. And another placard on the wall here that reads the following. As I type this out. Two ways through, one way survivable. What path will you take?
Where is that written?
It is a placard written here, right beside a large wall of light. Give me just a second.
Oh, looking south to the wall, are the two exits still there? Or is it just solid wall?
Give me just a second. The first wall you see is a violet coloration. And what was your questions? And what was your question, Soren?
Looking south, no, on the south wall, are there two openings still there?
South wall? What do you mean by south wall?
The south wall of this room.
Oh, yeah, where you
we
just came from? Yeah, there's two ways.
Yeah.
There's two entrances there.
Okay.
So maybe the sign. Can I assume? Is it a good hazard a guess that this is prismatic wall or whatever it's called?
Well,
Like, am I able
roll
to?
me Arcana.
Yay! Finally, something I'm good at. 24.
Well, I mean, you have advantage because it's a spell effect.
Oh, that's true. It is a spell. 24.
Yeah, this is a prismatic wall spell.
Okay. I would know how that works.
Yeah. Walking through these walls will give you a different effect depending on which wall you're walking through. However, all you can see is the violet one currently.
I'm looking at this. Do I know what this is?
Roll Arcana.
Yeah. 'Cause I know what this fucking is.
Nope.
Fucking.
Well, it's prismatic wall. That's a bad spell.
Francois
Prismatic.
doesn't know either.
I will say, Percival, if Agathar name drops the spell, then yeah, no, you know what this is. You got relatively high enough.
I like how you're like, no, you don't know what this is. Nag, he doesn't have to roll. He's just like, nah, it's prismatic wall.
I rolled a 24.
He got
I
a
know what this spell
24.
is. I know exactly what that spell is.
And I said that if he mentions what the spell is, from what he says with that 17, that's enough for you to know what it is and roughly the effects of it.
Well, we could get rid of it if we have the right spells available.
Let's see.
Well, we have Dispel Magic, which I know Rensor had. Did you dispel? Did you have
We
Dispel
just got.
Magic?
We
Rensor?
just came.
I mean, I figure. I just want to make sure.
Ransel?
Hmm?
You still have Dispel Magic prepared, right?
I do, yes.
Do you have Daylight?
Daylight I do not have, no.
Darn. We need Daylight to get through the Indigo layer.
Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be daylight exactly. Just a spell of similar effect.
Oh, okay.
I will
so-
say you're starting with the violet layer first.
Yeah,
Yes.
you have to dispel it with that Dispel Magic. And then Daylight, and then Fire. So we might be able to just to get through it. I mean, I would assume that this is the right way.
It is the point of greater resistance, but that is only a. How do you say? First glance. Let's see if we can take down the violet wall and see what lays beneath it.
Sure.
So, a Dispel Magic then?
Just yes, on the wall.
Alright. And Francois will step up to the violet layer and tap her staff to the ground as it lights up in a dull green hue, the crystals floating up a bit, before she will thrust the staff forward slightly and cast Dispel Magic.
All right. Spell ability check. Spell ability check.
Wisdom.
Yep.
Yeah, you gotta roll for it.
Habushki.
Nice.
21.
You thrust forward with your magic. And as your spell hits this violet wall, you see there's a clash of forces. And as your dispel magic hits the wall as hard as you've ever seen it hit anything before, something happens that shouldn't. You know spellcraft enough to know that you should have dispelled this wall. However, it remains.
All right, well, she totally changed the wall, so I don't know.
If you would like, Rensois, you may roll me an Arcana check with advantage.
I was gonna say.
May I as well, since I also watched
Sure.
that happen?
Percival can as well.
6.
Not with advantage, but
31.
it doesn't need advantage. Okay. With a 29 and a 31, both of you are well aware Dispel Magic should have worked on that wall. A, it should have worked on the wall. B, it was strong enough to work on a 9th level spell effect.
Well,
However, it didn't.
Did we see a hint of why it didn't work?
Well, the hint is in the school of magic that this spell comes from. Abjuration.
Okay, Dispel Magic is also Abjuration.
Mm-hmm. With that 30 and that 29, the two of you can ascertain that whatever abjuration spell this person casts, it cannot be dispelled by other people.
that's we
Oh,
weren't
yeah,
trying to
okay.
dispel it, Shed. The prismatic wall. The only way to dispel the violet portion of prismatic wall is with.
Yes, I know. I
Dispel
have read that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Archmage stuff. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Archmage
just
stuff.
Just gonna ignore the spell. Okay.
Alright, cool.
I will
Well,
say,
guess
I will say, the violet wall only blinds people.
Yeah.
So, it's not the worst.
Yeah, but
It's the
there's
worst
walls
because-
behind it.
There are walls behind it.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I guess the only way to deal with the prismatic wall at this point is to find the
Not-
right path, I guess.
We're just going to pretend like that wall doesn't exist. There's no way around it or through it.
Well, it might drop if we find something along these paths. I mean, like the path said, like the plaque said, one way is one way, 2 ways through, 1 way survivable. What path will we take? There's, I don't know, 2 paths. Definitely not taking that one. I point to one with the Vaelyn sign on it. And if we can't dispel that prismatic wall, then there's only one path through.
I suppose that path leads right back to the other room.
It could. I mean, that other path also led to another dimension, so
I suppose. Start walking that way.
Alright. Are you using your careful methods?
Yes.
yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Always.
Then I'm gonna move you back here real quick. We're gonna go to this. And then that. Rensois, take a step back, please.
No, fine.
Oh, actually, I need this. This square here, your ball falls through it.
Oh, we got more illusions.
Another one of these, then. Alright.
How many ball bearings you got, Soren? A lot,
Quite
right?
quite a few. They come in bags of 1,000.
You
I
just
have
wanna
2
start-
bags.
You just want to start throwing handfuls of them and see what passes through illusions?
I could do that. And he pulls out a bag, the bag of ball bearings that he started. I think he already did this last time too. And
Oh wait, I have an interesting idea.
What
I
is that?
Prestidigitation. One of its very simple abilities to leave a mark. Can only be left on physical
Oh.
objects. So I just start looking at tiles and marking them with prestidigitation, and if it's not a tile and an illusion, the spell will fail.
All right, fair enough.
So I do that.
Until you get halfway down the hallway and then it suddenly stops working for no reason.
Right?
There's illusions on illusions that'll copy what I was thinking.
Shut it. Come on.
And then there will be a tile that's like 20 feet underneath our feet that will then change and move things around, and we'll have to deal with that. because Shad thinks we have it too easy.
I know what you're talking about. If you haven't noticed, I'm just marking a pathway here.
Yeah, I know, I am aware.
Yeah, but how truthful is this path?
Well, I mean, we're here.
I haven't said anything about other traps yet.
Well, if you're
And I
marking
would
them, that means we've gotten there.
Yeah, I know. And like I said, I'll say if something else happens.
All right. Well, at what point do you stop doing that because we've hit a new variable?
Well, keep moving. I'll tell you. I'm marking till then.
Okay. Oh man, look.
Also,
what we got.
imagine all the marks that aren't, or that I don't, all the tiles that I don't mark in a semi-line-ish pattern, I guess. In like a path forward, those are probably not safe.
So like this one right here.
Yes.
Okay. Climbing reflexes intensify.
Until you realize the wall's a mimic.
Yeah, I know. Then I'm just gonna, touch the wall, and I'm just gonna Gmod disintegrate.
As well as regular disintegrate.
Joke's on you. I can take one of those a day.
All right, you guys can move forward now.
Hooray.
Hooray.
Hooray. It's my whole experience. Hooray.
Wrong way there, Aggie.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, wait.
Go back up and to the right.
Well,
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Look
you
at
said
all
long,
that.
you said long, straight paths of no marks were bad.
I
This path is
Except
bad.
for that one, apparently.
So before we finish this jaunt, can I have been examining the walls and stuff for clues?
Sure. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check. Or no,
Okay.
yeah, it'd be investigation, sure.
Can I have help?
Sure.
I cast help.
And Rensois casts guidance.
Indeed.
All right, roll the d4.
Habushki.
24. Nice.
All right, 24. As you make your way through the hallway, you notice that this hallway here specifically, it's a hallway of illusions. There's illusions all along this hallway. And that's really weird, because the last time it was just a combination of hallway of illusions, glyphs, more illusions, but also illusions interlaid over glyphs overlaid illusions. There's just it was a clusterfuck in that previous hallway. But this hallway, it's pure illusions. And that's an oddity.
So maybe the prismatic wall is an illusion?
If it were an illusion, it would have been dispelled.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't, because Drolam. Let's just go back to that room. I have an idea.
Oh yeah, this leads back to the pool room, anyways.
Yes, it does.
Anything different in the pool room?
Speaking of which, here is the hallway for the viewers. Give me just a second.
Well, Rensois still doesn't have any light around her, it seems.
Really? God damn it. Give me a second. I have to copy a couple things.
Well, I can't tell if Shad adds if you move into my space, Soren.
I didn't move into your space. Why are
Alright.
you yelling at me?
I'm gonna move you up here real quick.
Ah,
You said that you were missing light. You said you had a lantern, 60 feet?
yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Huzzah.
Okay.
Have our trees grown?
No, they have not. But I will say, you see Willow giving you guys a hearty wave as you make it through.
I thought everybody went into that
I-
hallway.
I know that language. I wave back.
Hello again, tree friends.
Hello.
Did you see the
Any
pretty wall?
we did. Is there any chance you know how to get rid of it?
Oh, I'm afraid not. Percival, what are you doing up there in that room?
I'm staring at this wall.
Alright, you're staring at it.
I pull something out of my pack. What do I have here that I can get rid of without much issue?
Soren sees like Francois turn to leave and then just like looks her way, then looks back at Willow and just waves and then quickly hurries behind.
She
I'll
waves
take a-
back.
Swoosh.
I have rope, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I take a bit of rope. I take one of my like unused daggers.
Mm-hmm.
I tie that to the end of the rope and I throw it through the wall.
Alright. You throw it through the wall. It goes through the wall. About how much lead did you give that rope?
It's a 50-foot rope, so I take it and I huck it and then I go to see how far it goes. So yeah, I try to throw it through the wall.
Okay. Well, you throw it through the wall. It works. It just passes right through it.
I pull it back.
You pull it back. It comes back covered in ice.
Just ice.
Just ice. Well, like I said, it really depends on how much lead you give the rope, because, like, so you're throwing it 50 feet as far as it will go, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, well, let's see. Your rope comes back missing the dagger and about, I want to say, let me do some measuring real quick. 50 feet from your position would be about here. It is missing the top. It's missing just the dagger, and you note that the section that has ice all over it is roughly 10, 20, 30. It's 30 feet in from where you are.
Odd. Typically that spell mashes them all together.
Wait. What do you mean?
Prismatic wall. It's like a long, continuous spell. It's sandwiches many effects in a small space. Though, in this instance, they have been separated from one another as she kind of swings the rope and parsed throughout the hall. If this rope is to display any. So, if we reiterate, 2 ways through. 1 way survivable. What path will you take? It doesn't mention that the other paths are, in fact, deadly.
But I feel like if you charge through this wall, you might have a chance of surviving. It's a lot of damage at once. No, I don't. That's not right.
Well, judging by the rope, the portions are parsed out. And that is assuming that the obvious ploy, pointing to the other sign, may be a red herring. We haven't looked in that direction.
No, I can summon an undead to go through that hallway. If he gets trapped in a room like Smudge did, then we know that way's bad.
If you are willing to spend the spell, I would advise it.
I gotta pull a power. It's alright.
Alright,
I can get it. I can get it back. And I will cast Summon Undead. I'll just make a small like skeleton version of me sort of comes out of the ground and in from the aether. It salutes me and then starts walking in that direction.
All right then. So, go ahead and I'm gonna copy your token
I have
here.
that. I have undead spirit.
It's a tiny version of you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You are dead.
Hold on.
It's adorable.
Go ahead and move it forward.
There we go. So I don't get myself confused. So it's just gonna trudge its way along.
All right. It moves along. Give me a second to add a thing real quick. So people can see what's going on with
And
you.
I think he's gonna like walk all around here just to see if he triggers anything.
You don't trigger anything.
He's just kind of walking. See if he triggers anything.
Triggers nothing.
Okay. He's enjoying
Triggers
the view.
nothing.
Triggers nothing.
I love how I've inspired such paranoia.
Yeah, thanks.
Still nothing.
Okay.
You don't see that.
I don't see that? Oh, okay.
Your undead does, but you don't.
Oh, my undead does. Okay, so...
I'm not gonna describe anything.
Okay, fair enough.
Because your undead's in there. You haven't lost concentration on the spell yet.
That's true. So me saying, well, so far so good. I haven't lost connection yet.
Soren just kind of steps forward to see if he can see in there, but he probably loses sight of the undead after about 15 feet.
Yeah, you do. You can hear it walking around.
Surprised rattle noises.
Surprise rattle noises indeed.
Can't even go over
No, it can't go there.
there. Okay. The undead is just gonna walk back. And he kind of looks at all of us. It points to Soren, points to me, points to Renzo, and points to Percival. It holds up 5. He holds up his hand to show 5, and he like kind of points to thumb. So he points to Soren using his pinky, Agathar using his ring, Renzo with its middle, and then Percival with his index, and then he points at his thumb, then points back towards where he came from.
I will let other people infer from that what they may.
I have no idea.
Yeah. No idea.
Wait, hold on.
Say it again.
So he holds up 5 fingers. He points to Soren and then points at its pinky, points to Percival, points at its ring, points to me, points at its middle, points to Rensois, points to its index, and then points in the direction he came from, and then points at his thumb.
Does it want us to go all at the same time?
Shakes his head.
Why are we not talking?
Does it want us to go in that order?
Starts playing charades.
Yeah, right. Hold on, I'm gonna look up the actual character sheet thing for this. Oh, wait, I can put it in here. Does it know any languages? No, it doesn't. So it can't even.
Oh boy.
It rubs its face. It can't even. It doesn't know any languages, so it can't read the sign.
It's great, isn't it?
Now it does 3 fingers, points to Soren, points to Rensois, and then points back where it came from.
So
3 different ways?
And then it points to this 3rd finger again.
Come on, little buddy. Did little Timmy fall down the well again?
It's like, are you trying to tell us that there's 3 different ways back there, or?
It rubs its face, climbs onto Soren, and then just kind of like starts flicking and pointing to his ears. Points to Soren, points to Rensois, points where it came from.
I suppose you have a backpack.
Okay, so
this
it's-
undead.
Go,
it's
little
ju-
buddy. Go, little buddy. Ratatouille him.
This undead's just gonna reach up and just detach its skull and end the spell on itself. Just
I get it.
I'm Mr. Agathar's undead thing. Look at me.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so it jumps on Soren's head,
it
grabs
ends-
his ears.
It ends itself.
Yeah.
It just gives like this exasperated sigh and it's just like it just reaches up and just detaches its own skull and kills itself.
Snaps its own neck.
Well, that was morbid.
That was unnecessary. Well, it clearly saw something.
So I'm usually better at picking up on signs like that, but I wasn't getting anything.
Oh my.
I'm gonna roll for it because see the thing is that I'm fucking terrible at charades,
Okay.
but I'm gonna have Rensois roll
Make-
insight. Maybe
You can make a guess if you want.
that's what I'm saying. I'm like I suck at charades just in general, even more so over like
Can the undead
text
spirit
like
do a
that?
performance check, even though it's a -1 to charisma?
Go ahead and give it a performance check, sure. But that 17 insight, Renswa, you get the feeling that it was indicating to you guys and then to its fingers.
And then to its what?
And then to its fingers. It's like fingers you, and then it pointed to the hallway.
And then it pointed to the hallway and then to its finger, like it did with everyone else.
I mean, that's not intuition. That's you fucking said that. That's like intuition. The sky that you're looking at is blue.
Okay. Sorry, to give better detail, to give, I guess, more insightful detail, you get the feeling it was trying to tell you, like, it was referring to your group with each of its fingers. So it's like, Percival's the pinky, Renswa was the ring,
So who
Agathar
would be
was
the
the...
thumb?
What? Oh wait, no. Then that would. I was about to say. I was like, oh wait. It's about the order of size, but then Agathar would be the pinky.
I would definitely be the pinky.
Yeah.
So now I'm back to being confused. I thought I'd figured it out. I was like, oh, we have to go in order of tallest to shortest.
Okay, hold on. Maybe I can pull this out. Nope.
Percival, do you want to roll insight?
She looks at the zombie. What did I roll?
Well, he
She-
came back in one piece, so that's something.
I walk in the direction the zombie came from.
Alright, you walk in the direction the zombie came from. Are you using those same methods?
Yes.
Okay.
New ones.
Okay. Roll it back. Did you think this hallway was not trapped?
No,
Scoot-
I just
scoot
thought
back,
it
scoot
would
back.
It would be faster.
I am doing it faster. Scoot back.
Okay.
There's just one giant hole in the floor.
I'm doing it faster by telling you that there's traps. Look at that! More glyphs. Everyone's favorite, isn't it? But worry not. Worry not. Your little safety measures will get you through. I am benevolent. I am kind. Okay, and then that. All right, you're free to go.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, we'd have to go this way.
Oh, we're all just going. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll just send it.
Full send, full send. I can't wait for you guys to actually get to the end of this hallway.
Alright, so we can go a step forward, and then it's fine.
Move on along the hallway. You'll get to the end very soon. Don't you reveal it yet, Nagathar? You already know.
Hey,
Here.
I think I moved left.
Here. Give me just a second. I'm gonna take you guys real quick. I'm gonna move you
Cannot
guys into the room
Ooh,
Why am I moved over there?
because I'm moving you all at once. so I can get the nice reaction from all of you guys at the same time.
You didn't have to move me.
Holy shit! It wasn't lying.
Huh. Interesting.
Well, we found him. Can we leave him here?
I will say now that you guys can all see, it's like, oh, the thumb was Vaelyn and Vaelyn was in the
Because
hallway.
there's 5 members of our party.
Oh,
What was the thumb?
it was the thumb. It was the thumb.
I think
So
part of what helped me to not. I think part of what helped me not understand that is the fact that we didn't actually expect Vaelyn to be here. So
Yeah, I'm sitting there trying to solve a puzzle. There was no puzzle.
It would have been much easier if he knew how to read.
Fucking talk.
the
Yeah,
puzzle the
He doesn't know
puzzle
any languages.
the puzzles are the ones we made along the way.
You see what this fucking place has done to us?
So Vaelyn is currently imprisoned in a large gem right here in the center of this room, with a little placard that reads. I don't know why I'm going here to type that out.
Bad Bunny
Here.
timeout.
No. With a little placard that reads. The heart will return what you have lost, only at a small cost.
Is he alive in there? Or
Roll
this guy
Arcana.
See if he's like, okay, all right.
The heart will return what you have lost. Oh, good. We can get back our fucking sanity.
Natural 20? That's an imprisonment spell.
Okay.
He is imprisoned inside of a little gem.
A little gem. That thing's huge.
Well, I mean, the containment sphere around it is huge. Inside is like... Okay. So basically, inside is a pedestal upon which rests a gem with Vaelyn inside of it. And reflecting all around it and onto a larger like screen, like a projector, is his image. As there's this kind of like barrier around the whole pedestal itself. If that makes sense.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to get him out anytime soon. Small price. He just looks at the placard.
You have to kill the tray.
Oh, do you think?
Yeah.
I have been thinking that, but I don't really want to.
So Soren's gonna take another bite of his apple in search of another seed, and kind of like drop it in front of the barrier.
Give me just a second. Ooh, shit. Your apple's fertile as fuck. It has 10 more seeds left in it.
Damn.
Yep.
She really liked me.
I said that shit's all seed, no apple.
You pull out a seed and you drop it on or in front of the barrier?
On the barrier.
On the barrier?
Yeah.
You watch as it ripples. but doesn't fall. It ripples, though.
Soren's going to touch the barrier. Does it similarly ripple?
Nope. Smooth as glass.
He's going to continue eating his apple and gather together as many. He's going to do them one more time. So first was the one. Then he's going to do two, and then he's going to do three.
All right. As you kind of as I adjust my fucking thing again. Give me a second while I fix my avatar. Because it was going haywire on me. Oh, and now it's not responding. Oh, and we're good. Alright. I was going crazy there for a minute. As you kind of pull these seeds out and you just kind of drop them on the barrier, at around 9 seeds, as they're all dropped along the barrier, just ta-ta-ta-ta-ta, it ripples and then it breaks. It pops like a bubble.
Is Vaelyn still trapped in the crystal?
Yep, he's still inside the little gem on the pedestal.
Right. So I just kind of had a hunch. And he goes to pick up the seeds if he can.
The seeds, when you go to pick them up, are, well, they're dead. They crumble away to dust as you pick them up.
He goes.
Blighted.
He just goes. Oh shit! I'm sorry.
Well, first he goes up and
That's
picks
one
up the
step
gem.
done.
All right, you just gotta pick them up.
Yeah.
All right.
Just stuff them in your pocket.
You
I
pick up.
wonder how much I can sell this one for.
You pick up the gem. His gem is a black onyx that is perfectly cut, and it looks like it's worth about 150 gold.
I shake it.
He does not move inside of it.
Oh.
He's frozen there he's frozen inside like Dr. Freeze's wife.
She shakes it, then looks a little sad. It's I had hoped it would act like a snow globe, but not the case.
Well.
Oh, I should have done that. Oh.
Well, this is why I am a genius.
So, how do we get him out then?
We'll have to have ch-ldr-n do it, because she's the only thing that can cast a 9th level spell. I can, but, he looks at his hand. But, really only, unless you've been hiding a lot of power from us, and you can cast 9th level spells.
I had a 9th level spell a while ago, but I sold it.
Wow.
I'm gonna refer you back to your 31 and 29 Arcanas.
Mm-hmm.
This is not an effect that you guys can dispel.
Right, because
imprisonment is abjuration.
Oh, right. We can't. Yeah, so we'll have to have ch-ldr-n to do it.
Well, at least we found him. That counts, right?
Yeah, well, we got him, so I can stuff him in my pocket. I'm sure he'll love that. Or he can. He thinks for a moment before speaking. he doesn't. He says he's gonna say it. He's like, well, I mean, I'm sure Doug would love to, to have a one-on-one with him.
I would love.
I'm pretty sure Doug.
Conversation with him.
I'm pretty sure Doug will just eat the fucking crystal.
Yeah, he probably will.
Francois.
Then
I toss you the gem.
And she will kind of stumble with it a bit, catch it, kind of hold it and look at it.
if you could, if throwing it could break it, we would have your no good brother back. But it was funny seeing you flustered.
He's a lot more bearable like this, but
I imagine we could sell him for 150 gold pieces. Do with
I
that what
mean-
you will.
I'm pretty sure we could sell him for more than that with him outside the gym if we knew where to look.
Just considering damaged goods don't sell as well as gems do, I did beg to differ.
Yeah.
It stares at Celeste.
Oh, never mind. That gem is worth 500 gold.
500 gold. Now I'm starting to think we should really consider.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's only. He could bring us back to life, so I think I'll give him a pass.
Sure, of course.
He's stare at Percival.
I mean, I'm not holding the gem. I'm only making comments because I think it.
Yeah, they are pretty funny. Agathar just starts heading back.
And canonically, you will find out next session if Vaelyn could hear you guys this whole time.
I would be utterly pleased if he had gotten an inkling of what we were saying.
Here. I got you. There you go.
Oh yeah, there you
I have moved you guys out of the room.
go.
I just imagine you followed the pathway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Storm wants to go out and apologize to Willow for
Yeah.
destroying those seeds.
I would. Yeah, Agathar will kind of like. Kind of put a hand on Soren's shin because that's essentially what he can reach. I don't know if that would connect to Willow or anything. She might know, but I can sneak up there real quick to see if she's okay.
I should do it. It was my choice to do that. So the cost, the small cost was probably in possessions, not just what we got from here.
Yeah. I'll come with you.
That was my mistake.
It wasn't. I don't think it was a mistake. It worked. We got Vaelyn out. It's better than give up a couple seeds of the apple than actually, off her.
So he considers walking through here. Yeah, he's gonna walk through here.
Oh wait, no, Sarn! Wait!
But
Oh shit!
one way in, one way out.
Bum
One
bum
way in, one way out.
bum 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 ba na 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 na
Alright, what
na
happened?
na na.
No!
So,
Shit!
Soren, you make your way through the left path, and as you step in, you find yourself in a dark room.
Wait, no, Sarn! There he goes.
All right, not the left way. Don't go the
As you
left
hear-
way at all.
As you hear a squawking noise.
There is no squawking noise.
Well, Soren's gonna kneel down and start meditating.
Great.
Well, there is no time to meditate, as I'm going to show you what is going to fill
because
the room
time
and
doesn't
come at you.
exist here.
You see that start to move across the room towards you.
3 Tarrasques.
Rolls a crit, chops
Followed
its head off.
by that,
Alright.
Rolls another crit, chops that one's head off.
followed by that,
A third crit, chops that one's head off.
followed
So the
by
room is dark,
that.
right?
Oh, it's lighting up real good now.
All right, perception check. See if I can find. See if he can find any mechanics or anything. God damn it! Roll 20.
11? You're very sure there's no way out.
Fucking hate you. Roll 20. God damn it. All right. Well,
As this begins to slide towards you. And I will say with that perception check, you turn and you look and you see a placard written on the wall that says very simply, "One way in, no way out."
he takes a deep breath, gets on his knees, and starts to meditate.
All
just
right.
waits.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. There we go.
Ooh.
That succeeds.
He just wasn't
I
wise
would
enough
hope it
to
does.
not walk down that path.
Suddenly
Cool.
Soren pops back up with the rest of us. Hooray!
You ignore that effect. I believe you're also gonna make a. Oh no. Wait, what?
I don't know why you're asking me.
I don't. What? Hold on, give me a second.
What's happening?
A con save? ? Yeah, we'll go with a con save.
Yep, not as good.
Okay.
Damn. Okay.
Roll 64d6.
Not that far off.
Jesus.
Yeah.
31 cold. 21 acid. 25 fire.
Okay, what the fuck?
40.
Soren's dead.
No, sorry, 30.
That's-
30.
Soren's down.
Soren's down? Okay.
What fucking Tiamat in that room?
So I get one con save for all of those.
Apparently so, yeah.
What do you mean? Apparently so. You made the dungeon.
I'm looking at the thing, and I'm like, apparently so. So you die, and you poof into this area, and you hear do 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 do. You hear elevator music begin playing. As you hear, finally, someone bit it.
As you just hear, and another one down, and another one down, another one bites the dust.
Wah!
I thought just lets out a.
That went about as well, about how I'd expect.
Starts using mold earth to make this difficult terrain and starts marking it with colors.
I don't know why you would do that again. Neither of us are going to walk that path.
Yeah, but we might get distracted.
So
I will not.
So Soren, as you walk here, and you see the insane Miss Rivendell kind of like dancing around a little bit, just like very ecstatic, just like ha 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 ha! I got one! I got you!
I mean, you didn't have to. I mean, pretty low bar to cross, to be honest.
I'm the dumb one.
He says that. He says that with a smirk.
You know what? I suppose that's fair. I'm very sad about it, though. Although, not too sad. I'm ecstatic. My trap worked. And it worked after you knew about it. Oh!
Well, it was a simple misunderstanding, actually. I heard one way in, one way out. I thought one way to go in and then the other way to go out. So that was a misinterpretation on my part.
You know
Multiple
what?
ways to take that riddle.
You know what? I suppose that is very fair. And you know, I am so happy you got the hidden meaning behind the message. Although, it was the same side both ways.
Thanks, I know that.
You know,
Well,
I think
of
I
course you know it now.
understand something now. We walk back over here. There are 6, well, looking over to where the awakened tree is, 7 pools. And there are 7 walls.
What's the
then-
thought
Guess
process?
so. Do I see anything that discerns the pools from one another?
Not really.
A ritual cast detect magic.
Magic everywhere.
Yes, that's the
Um,
colors, Shad.
I know. I'm getting you there. I'm getting you. Well, aside from the silvery abjuration magic that just kind of like teems throughout the air around here, you would also notice this mulch-like brown magic that is kind of like exuding from Willow and from these 6 pools. And you would know that that is the color of druidic magic.
Yes, I exude a touch of it myself. But they all exude the same magic.
Mm-hmm.
Thinks to herself. The initial riddle said something about weeping willow and we have a hallway filled with illusion. Portion of this puzzle is in that hallway. I suppose I'll take another walk through it. And I do.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see things with my jaunty run around with that spell up?
Heavy illusion magic, heavy abjuration magic, but you actually you give me a perception check.
Oh boy, my favorite. It's my favorite. It's my favorite.
Would you like to use your divination thing?
No, none of them are good.
All right.
Yeah, that's better than both of them. 17.
You also notice imperceptible traces of druidic magic from within the areas that the illusion magic covers.
I know they're illusions. Do they fade at all when I discern that?
Nope.
I take my staff and I jam it down in one of the illusions and stir around a bit.
You jam it down and you hit something hard. And as you kind of like, rumble your staff around, you clack it into various other things. You can hear kind of like the sound of wood impacting on wood, just like tap, 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 tap. And then after about 2 or 3 different taps to get a good sense of what's going on there, you feel something grip onto your staff, and roll me a strength check or an athletics.
Are they the same thing?
I mean, one has proficiency, the other one doesn't. It's up to you, whichever one you want to roll.
No, I don't have athletics proficiency.
Fair enough.
20.
Oh God.
Okay, you manage to.
Damn.
Let me see about the opposed roll. Nope. You feel something try and grab your staff and jerk it down away from you. You're just kind of like, nope, and you just kind of like pull it right up out of there. And as you do so, you can see a couple of these green vines that were attached to it just kind of like detach and slither back down beneath the illusion.
Alright. Do I notice any patterns?
On what?
The walls and these illusions on the floor, does anything seem particularly...
Particularly out of place? Roll me a investigation.
my favorite. Nope.
Nothing in particular, not more so than what you've been seeing throughout this whole floor.
Hey, Francois. Since Willow can feel when we put stuff in these pools, do you think she knows where they lead to, or they're just pools?
I can ask her. Willow,
Yeah, if you can, that'd be great.
Yes,
Bork bork.
she says in a bit more of a mournful tone.
are you okay?
She pauses and purses her lips. And she says, well, I suppose I'm a little saddened. I could feel the little blossoms of life I gave die. And it made me sad.
I am sorry, Willow.
You know, long before I was under the services of Master ch-ldr-n, there was another I served.
Really?
And yes, they were wondrous. They brought life to me and so many of my kind. They were very much like you, friend of the land, but so much brighter, like the North Star for all that lives and breathes within the woods.
Do you know what was their name?
They had many names.
Hey guys, I'll be
I
back. I
called
gotta head
them.
out.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I called them friend.
It is important to have friends.
Yes. It is ever so lonely down here.
Well, hopefully those little seedlings that we've planted will bear their own fruit sometime. But speaking of them, uh, these 6 pools over there, do they lead somewhere? I would assume something feeds the water to your roots as well as the other pools.
Hmm. Well, my creator taught me how to make my own water. These pools are of my creation.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Yes.
Do they lead somewhere, or
Well, I suppose that really depends on what you mean by lead somewhere. If you were to go in them, then, well, they would certainly lead you somewhere, though I'm not sure if it's where you'd want to go.
I see. And where might that be?
Well, you're here in the mistress's dungeon, are you not? You wish to move on to the next floor, yes?
We do, yes. We're already down, well, 2 if you include my kidnapped brother, who is currently inside this.
Oh, what a
She'll-
quaint little thing she has him in. And you notice that Willow, during this conversation, is kind of like perked up a bit more as she kind of like gets talked out of her funk, so to speak. That is so adorable. Look at how
Uh,
cute the little rabbit is inside his little gem of onyx.
Trust me, he's significantly cuter when he's not able to talk back. But I
Isn't
do love the
everything?
true, but he may be a dumbass, but he's my dumbass, and I would like to get through to the next floor for Mr. Lom to release him.
Hold on. All right. Sorry. Say again.
She said, yeah, well, he is a dumbass, but he is my dumbass, and I would like to get through this floor so Mr. Lom will release him.
I suppose that's fair. But why have you returned? Is it just to ask me about my pools of water?
More that we're not quite sure how we're supposed to proceed.
Oh? Have you not been reading the placards?
Oh, we have, but, well, they're not exactly they're not exactly straightforward, and you also told me to ignore that one over there.
I suppose I did. I didn't tell you to ignore the others, did I?
You did not know.
Well... What did the others say? I can't read.
As I scroll through, it's like, there was one, the heart will return what you have lost, only at a small cost, but that's how we got back this idiot. Two ways through, one way survivable. What path will you take? We've technically gone through two different ways from that room and survived both of them. So not fully sure what that one is, unless that one is specifically for the other side of the prismatic wall that we can't actually get through. One way in, one way out, which we're still trying to figure out. And then
I don't know.
progress is made through the heart of the wood.
One way in, one way out. I figured that one out for you. You're welcome.
Yeah, we sort of figured that one out already.
Give me just a second. I am going to, for sake of sanity, copy and paste all my little proverbs into the Roll20 chat, all in one sequential line. Except for the one that's been very obviously solved. There's all of them.
Yeah. She'll just repeat all of them.
Well, I'm not quite sure myself, I'll be honest. Although, now that you mention it, I do have a path I could offer.
And what would that be?
Well, it's quite
Any help would be
simple.
welcomed.
Well, it's quite simple. It's through my root system. I have a spell that I could utilize that allows one to transfer from one thing of the wood to another thing of the wood.
Uh, I say Renswall will kind of think. You
You can
actually
roll
let me
an
make sure that's.
arcana on that if you want.
Well, I'm looking to see. Okay, yeah, no, that is because Shy for once actually knows what spell she's talking about, but it is 6th
Oh,
level,
yeah.
meaning Renswall does not have it. So you
Uh-huh.
said roll Arcana.
I mean, like, you have advantage because of Mel training and also
Yeah,
the DC
it is
is
a
low.
druid spell.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, nat 20.
Yeah, I know. You know exactly what she's talking about.
You mean transport via plants?
Well, that's such a silly way to say it because I'm not a plant, I'm a person. But
Simply the
Who's
name
gonna
of the
tell her?
spell.
I suppose in the loosest definitions, yes. That is the spell I'm referring to.
And where would your root system go?
I suppose it would go, well, anywhere on this level. Where would you want to go?
I mean, preferably the exit, or stairs to the next floor, or whatever is the end of this damnable dungeon.
I
Believe you me,
suppose.
Willow, you are so far the only likable thing about this dungeon.
Oh, well, I'm so thankful you feel that way. So many others, well, they try and hurt me, you know. They burn me, they scorch me, they blight me.
That's not very nice of them.
I know. I weep over their bones every day.
So,
However,
what would
you
we.
have been incredibly nice. And your friends have been lovely too, except for. Well, I can't really call him a betrayer if he used my children to save your sibling. I understand.
He then also immediately fell for one of Mr. Lum's traps, if that makes you feel better.
It certainly does. I would have had to have given him a stern talking to myself, otherwise. But I suppose I could take you to the exit if you wished. I could also take you to where your friend is.
Hey, would we be able to get back out from there?
She shrugs. It depends on if the mistress is feeling nice or not.
I'm not sure she's ever feeling nice.
Especially
Let
since she's
me
not giving Soren a second chance due to the poorly worded, no, the poor wording of that one placard.
let me let But I suppose the question is, where is he?
He's with her in the waiting room.
Ah, so then he's out of the dungeon.
No. He's observing, watching. He can see this happening right now, too. She waves at nothing. Soren, you can actually
What I-
see. Sorry, real quick. Soren, you inside this room with Drolam, there is just these viewpoints everywhere throughout the entirety of the dungeon, and you can see very clearly, like on CCTV cameras, just like your group in the middle room, just vibing and talking to Willow again, and you see Willow wave directly at you.
He's probably hearing everything she said, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah, so when she calls him a betrayer, his like ears just drop and he drops his head. He doesn't say anything except for like, "Damn it, you fucking idiot, Soren."
She did say she supposes she can forgive you though, because you were doing it to save your brother.
Yeah, but there were other things, and if he thought a little bit, that is, if the player thought a little bit more, then might not have done that.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Francois will be like, well, yes, but what I mean is he's not, like, trapped inside of a magic cube or a dark room or some other such bit. He is, once we're through, he will be out of the waiting room much the same, so
Yes, but you won't get
there's
the
no
bonus.
bonus.
Oh yes, there was always a little bonus of if the whole group made it through, but alas, your group was, well, one was taken apart. Kidnappings don't count.
Well,
Unless you abandoned them.
no, I won't abandon the dumbass. But still, there's little point now of getting Soren if he's already in the waiting room. We can't pull him back into the main room afterwards.
Why not?
She'll kind of quirk her brow. Come again?
Why can't you pull him back in here from the waiting room?
And she'll kind of just blink and kind of just shout up at the ceiling, or like not shout, but like look around the ceiling, just like, Mr. Lum, is there any rules pertaining to that?
Not technically, no.
Was that in null? Was that in common?
In Nolish.
Okay.
It was a no.
Just randomly say it was like, what is it?
All
It's like,
all
and
you
now
hear
we've
is
heard the snake bark.
all you hear Agathar is a rap.
I kind of jump a little bit and look around.
Trying to figure out what the fuck's going on.
What the fuck is going on?
I'm just staring at my reflection in the pool. It's fine.
Well then I suppose give me a moment to discuss with my group. And thank you, Willow.
Oh, it's of no issue. You've been the first people in a long time to not just attack and try and kill me.
We wouldn't dream of it, Willow. Meanwhile, inside of her head, thank you for not blighting her immediately, Percy. But yeah, Rinsois will turn to the other two. Okay, so
Well, that was a long pause.
yeah, so here's the lowdown, and pretend that I repeat all of the shit that just happened
Okay.
because I don't feel like repeating it.
Now you're fine. You do so.
So
I guess that makes sense.
presumably,
Progress.
there's nothing preventing us from simply going, snagging Soren, dragging him back in here, and then I guess just doing the same thing and going to the end.
But, will that portal close on us the second that we try to get through, or?
Well, with your natural 20, with your natural 20, you would know that transport via plants lasts 1 round.
Yeah.
So you would have 6 seconds.
Yeah, it's like it would need to be an in and out. I would not suggest all of us. I would suggest one going through to grab him just in case there isn't enough time. The spell only lasts for about 5-6 seconds. So whoever goes through has to be fast.
Yeah, well, I am that. So I could try. But am I gonna have to like drag him to the portal, or I guess at least just get his attention or something?
Well, he can hear us. She'll once again kind of just shout generally or speak generally to the ceiling. Soren, if if you're there, look around the room, see if you don't see like roots or a pool similar to Willow's somewhere in there.
He can't respond via the intercom system. It's mine.
No, but he can hear us.
Drat! Yes, he can. I mean, no, he can't. He can't at all. A genius like me would not let him hear. Yes, correct.
How about if I I guess I could just send to Soren.
I mean, but he would have just heard that.
That's true, but he could also couldn't.
So,
He
is
also
Soren looking around?
Yeah, I mean, Soren would immediately look around for any roots or any pools.
Make a perception check.
You would make me roll for this. Oh, that's good.
You don't spot any pools of water or anything like that, but what you do spot is a little cherry blossom, a little cherry bonsai tree right about here.
He's standing right next to it. Probably he's going to put his hand on it too.
All right.
All right.
Oh, is Soren at full health too?
Nope. You're at 1.
Great.
All right. Well, Agathar, are you ready?
Yeah, just tell me where to go and I'll get in there.
And she'll kind of, I guess, bring him over to Willow, and kind of be like, "Okay, Willow, my little brother here is going to go and fetch our friend."
I start doing like the Goku stretch where I'm like stretching the legs.
If this is the friend that hurt me so, I will request an apology from him before I allow him to move.
Will you be able to?
She then looks up and says, "I know you're touching me now, say you're sorry.
I'm sorry, Willow. I didn't know that would happen. If I did, I would have chosen something else.
You guys don't hear that, but you see Willow just kind of like cocking her head to the left, listening. And then
I didn't think it through enough, and I should have thought more about it.
a single tear rolls down her eye, or rolls down her face. This is.
The story of a girl. Sorry.
It would be. Oh my god, it'd be relevant to this fucking character. That is
We
an
cried a
apology.
river and drowned the whole dungeon.
I suppose that
Hashtag
would.
DMCA.
I suppose that would be a worthy apology. Little one, you don't need to go. He's already touching me.
All right, I'm ready to
And
go. Just tell me
soon-
when I-
And soon he will be inside me.
Agatha stretches. All right, I'm gonna be inside her real fast. All right, this will be quick. Just tell me.
Yes, a quick in and out.
I'll be fast, I promise.
Oh my
As
God.
most of your kind are.
Smoke just my kind.
Apparently, she has experience.
My kind can go for a whole pollen season.
My kind are
Non-stop.
strong, they're
No
detectives.
breaks.
Man, the man was non-stop.
Just
So,
3 months of allergies and watery eyes and sneezing.
it's glorious. Okay, since Vox is not here, and I would like for all of you guys to reach the end of the dungeon together, I'm gonna call a little 15-minute interlude here, and I'm gonna go and get myself some water. Speaking of, are you guys enjoying the session?
I am.
I'm glad you like Willow.
I adore
Oh, the good
Willow.
thing of this
Willow's pretty great.
the best in the session.
What was
I could definitely cast comprehend languages anytime, but this language barrier is too fun.
Anyway, so Agatha, Renswa, the two of you entertain the crowd while I go get water, and I'll be back in just a couple seconds.
Oh, God.
A couple minutes.
Oh God. Oh fuck. Oh
no.
God. Oh fuck.
I
Oh
have to-
shit.
I have to
Oh
talk.
fuck.
Oh no, I'm not good at that.
Oh
Uh,
God.
uh,
Oh man. Oh God. Oh
Hi,
man.
Vaelyn. I mean, viewers.
So the
how,
weather, right?
how about them bulls? Shit. Come.
It's like shit. Other sports teams.
How about them
the
bears? Shit.
Hockey game. The Devils did real good.
I am sad that the Rangers lost because I
Fuck
like
the
hitting.
Rangers.
Hey, did you watch the sports ball game yesterday? I liked the birds.
I was only Like when I say go Rangers, I'm just saying go Patrick Kane because he was a Blackhawk for the long.
No, I knew absolutely zero about hockey until I moved up here because my fiance watches hockey, which means I now know like 0.5% about hockey.
Yeah, I know a little. I've been meaning to watch it more. I took a look at it not too long ago, and from what I saw, I was like, "Oh wow, this is actually really good."
I say that.
Especially the playoffs, like it's intense.
Yeah, no, that was my fiance was sad because he had an opportunity to bet on, I guess it was yesterday's game,
Oh.
where it's like because he's a Jersey Devils fan, which means that by association I am a Jersey Devils fan because I don't know any other teams.
Yep.
But also it's like I have been to a whole one game and it's fun because the whole stadium just yells, "You suck!" and
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah,
Fun.
I went to a oh god, this was when I was a kid. When I was like in the teens.
Okay, I'm
I
back.
went to there's something called the Rockford Ice Hogs is like a I don't know the term for it, but it's like the level below actual NHL hockey. And I remember the entire time was just constant chants of "Ref, you suck, ref, you suck," and I still remember this day someone screaming "Go back to Foot Locker," and me and my
Wow.
brother
That's
were like, "Can
amazing.
we get into the chat new? Can we get into the chat too?" And she's like, "No, we want
Oh,
to
that's
chant
great.
ref, you
I
suck."
say no. My favorite my favorite like yell is it's like, hey yo ref, check your phone. You got a lot of missed calls like that one.
That's a really good one.
Go back to Foot Locker's my favorite though.
That's
Okay.
really fucking funny.
That's really good. Do you think there's people, like actual
They
millennials, that don't know what Foot Locker is?
probably.
Uh,
Garlic probably doesn't know what Foot Locker
Yeah,
is.
Garlic
Fucking
probably.
child. So you know what? Fuck it. You know what? We will answer this question.
Yeah,
We will find an
it's
answer to this
really
question. I'm
hot.
fucking DMing him. It's like,
Yeah,
do you know what Foot Locker is?
Oh man. Do you know what do you know what Foot Locker is, and do you know the dress code for the employees there? What are sports for 300? No, yeah.
Oh god, no. I don't remember much from the one hockey game that I saw. I remember the chanting.
I do
I
have a
remember
question.
being sad. I remember being sad that there was no fights.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
and the best part, like the best outcome of it was because before, and I went into the gift shop, and I bought. It was like like a little rainbow colored alpaca, and it has a little pink like bandana around its neck that has the Jersey Devil symbol on it.
Hell yeah.
that's pretty cool. I
So
I will say, like, I remember. I actually had a question. Um, so how did you guys like the final puzzle?
Fuck the
boo.
puzzle. Also, official answer from Garlic. Yes, he knows what Foot Locker is.
Alright, alright, sweet.
I'm more referring to the whole, Willow Weeps, Heart of the Wood, that the placard puzzle.
I mean, I get it. I get the first two parts. The last two, I mean, even the very last one, I guess I understood, but like,
I guess it's like, I think it's more the fact it's like I just can't tell whether the transport via plants is the actual solution or if this is like an extra way that we have managed because we were nice.
yeah,
It is a solution.
okay.
So it's
Well,
just
I guess
a
that's true
solution.
because yeah,
Is
Like-
it the solution that the placards were pointing to though?
Yes. Whenever
Oh,
you
okay,
use
then
whenever you use transport via plants, you're technically going through the heart of a literal plant of this woman.
right,
Part is made through the heart of the wood. Yeah,
right.
I would also put
she
forward.
weeps.
I would
Weeps
also put
for those who
forward-
seek it.
I-
Oh wait, I just figured out that weeps for those who seek its heart, as in she does not want you to harm her.
Right.
Like
'Cause
technically
she said she was
speaking,
sad.
if you did pull her heart out, the agate inside of her body, that is also a solution. It's just well,
So what? So the other solution is to kill her.
yes, except that would not have been a very fun fight.
No,
Probably not. No.
Here is gonna be fun. Everything in this fucking dungeon CR23.
There is a reason.
CR69
There is a reason why she says that she weeps on the bones of
weeps
those who
on the
came.
bones
Yeah,
of those who
exactly.
tried before.
Mm-hmm. Like she literally she weeps for those who seek her heart.
Because she has to fucking schmirk them.
Yep.
She
I'm
has
back.
to change their pronouns to was were.
Yeah. And I'll just tell you because you're leaving the dungeon anyway. In that murky
Oh,
water,
you're into pronouns, huh?
in that
Hmm.
in that murky
Well, let me see the titties.
within that murky water, within that soot and silt, are actual bones.
Oh, great.
And
So,
fun
What
fact,
name is?
Whale's great.
well,
twins.
you guys, Renswall figured out the situation. Your Willow is going to use transport via plants to move you guys to the other side of the wall via her root system.
Oh, okay. How nice of her.
And she's also going to get Soren back as well.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's a small little bonsai tree sitting in the
In the waiting room.
observing room. So she's just gonna transport him back in here and then send us to the other side of the wall.
All right.
Yep.
So does that put us at the next floor?
Just a second. So you see this woman, you see Willow kind of like lift herself up and breathe inwards, and she spreads her arms wide, and you see her chest kind of like open up a little bit, and she says, "Please come inside of me."
Is that
God
the
damn
signal, Red Swan?
I
That's unfortunate wording, but okay.
He's like,
Luckily
full
for
runner.
you two, neither of you understand her.
Yeah.
When do you?
Only Renswa has to know that
What do you?
it's
Oh.
been everything she says.
That sends Renswan to another
yeah.
gay panic.
But
Are you? I just see Renswa blushing, and I looked at her like, "You making eyes at my girl?"
it's like I still have a blight spell waiting.
I have several of them.
But yeah, she'll tap Agathar on the shoulder. Go.
Like a fucking bat out of hell. Agathar just, no.
All right. You go pew, and you bump into Soren's belly as you slide out of this bonsai tree and into his belly, and then the both of you immediately look to each other, and you immediately just go right through the bonsai tree, just right back out.
I was going to. Oh, I was about to like lean into Renswa. I was like, finally a moment. Oh, there they are.
And as the two of them slide out from within her chest onto the ground, you see the opening just kind of like just close right back up
Agathar blinks. I got him.
as
Well,
she
look at that.
as she gives a
Our
shudder.
Our
Hmm.
negatives.
It's always so strange when I have two inside of me.
Don't know what they're saying, but Soren is flabbergasted. That's all
No,
he-
remember this is Soren. He doesn't get it.
Yeah, I know. That's why he's confused.
What kind of state is Soren in? Is he like singed and?
He's at
moping?
1 hit point.
Yeah. So how bad is he looking? Like.
The real question is that if he's back in here, does the charm renew, or will he just actually die now?
Well, the charm is still on his neck.
Okay, good.
So, can we make a move on possibly to the next floor so we can get going? I don't mean to rush, but there are 9 more of these, and they're all terrible.
Of course.
99 more.
Please. And she
So
opens herself back up. Come inside of me, all of you.
I don't like how it
I-
works.
I have to go inside her twice? Oh, okay.
I just... Phrasing, Willow. Phrasing.
I don't
Come
know
on.
what you're referring to. Alright. All 4 of you step inside of her, and you appear...
before we do that, Soren's going to reach into his bag and pull out the 2 apples and say, probably don't deserve to have these.
Oh, you
if you
finished
want them
eating the
back.
first one.
Okay. Then he tries to hand the second one back to her, and she wants it.
She closes your hand over it, and she pushes it into your chest. If you truly feel bad for my young, spread these far and wide.
He smiles and he says, "I will."
Or
move to the
consume them and have a bit of me inside of you.
no. We move to the next room. I look to Soren. You know you're not going to plant those anywhere, right? That's an invasive species.
Is it?
Probably.
I also, as
Oh.
an aside, Garlic correctly called that he was being bullied. Because I asked him that. I was like, "Do you know what Foot Locker is?" He's like, "Yes." And I was like, "There's hope for you yet." And he just replied, "Squints." Am I being harassed for being young by the group? Furret gun.
Yes, Garlic.
You
You're
are but small child,
tiny Bobby.
baby boy. So we make it to this room, and I look to Rensois. And look at that. All of us here together. Perhaps not in tip-top, but alive.
And I will
I've been better.
reveal to you guys that there is a shimmering red wall right behind you.
Ha! Look. I was right.
I'm gonna step away from that.
Yeah,
That's
good idea.
Probably a good idea, yes.
Yes, that is very dangerous. That will burn you to a crisp.
And he takes a step and he immediately like almost doubles over and winces and goes, "Oh, I forgot about the first one."
Take it easy. You're melting.
Here, I have just the thing for that. I grab the onyx and I toss it to Soren. It's like, take it like a pill.
I can't swallow that. It's too big.
all I
It
can.
had to be
That's
swallowed.
what she said.
Who said it had to be swallowed?
It's a rectal. No.
I
Well,
will.
good news. It's a suppository.
I will. I will say, as you guys slide out of the wall, you see a small flower, that was blooming there, just slowly slither back into the wall itself.
Well,
I think it just says. I think Agatha just looks at it, just says, "Thank you," and just fully just
so
not knowing.
this should lead to the second floor.
Hopefully. Well. And she will kind of look to the side and like reach back behind her and grab Percival's hand. Shall we?
I think we shall. She squeezes,
And let's go.
and we wander off to the second floor.
Yay!
And we wander off into the sunset. If the sunset was more bullshit.
I can't wait till we get past. I can't wait till we get to floor 11, and it basically becomes a fast forward because we just basically look at a cardboard cutout of like a genius dungeon XLXL.
It's a sandwich on a plate with a classic like.
There's just a bunch of boxes with strings and sticks.
There's like there's
No,
nothing
it's
that would
it's
possibly-
what was that meme that I had posted? I think it was earlier today. It's like due to layoffs, there is only one of me, and I lie 50% of the time.
Oh, that's great.
Are we calling it for the night at this point?
I will say that we have been going for 3 hours.
pretty long time.
If you guys would like, you can call it. You can basically this is your second checkpoint. You've checkpointed the first dungeon, the first floor. You can always come back to the floor later, again next week.
I want my Vaelyn back.
I want my HP back.
All right.
Can't have shit in Vitrium.
All right then. As you guys step and go up the stairs, you see Dralam. You hear Dralam over the intercom say, well, you did succeed in all making it out alive, I suppose you get the bonus content. And you've also reached a checkpoint!
Okay.
Yes.
Does the checkpoint involve getting my brother out of this?
Yes, it does.
Can I keep the orb?
The gem? No.
Yes. Please, I want to remind him where he was.
Roll a
Pretty sure
persuasion.
the trauma. I'm pretty sure the trauma he represses will remind him.
Roll a persuasion.
I'm working on it. Alright, it's a 6. What is she rolling?
Insight.
She rolls a 3.
Okay. I mean, like, her modifiers. Her modifiers. It's better than a 6. But.
She has a plus 17.
Isn't she, like, senile?
She is.
Okay.
I will say, though, as I was gonna say, but. She's gonna go, I suppose you can have that gem as part of your bonus content. As part of your little
Okay.
reward for completing this lovely little level of mine with minimal casualties.
Considering we got him back without any external, help, I would say he never actually left. He just took a trip.
In his favorite rocket ship? Yes. I'm also glad that you didn't, try and kill Willow. She has a nasty habit of removing my charms from people.
Shrugs.
I gotta
Make your puzzles more direct, or, like, at all.
Well, any wizard worth their salt should know something about a magical beast like her, and should know that they are good aligned and would be inclined to help people that are kind to them and nice. Duh.
Roll to people.
That's not a puzzle. That's a social interaction. I am a wizard, not a bard.
Oh, and that means that as the wizard, you should stop talking to people? Fool!
No, as the wizard, I have no time nor care for that.
I mean, that's
I care about it.
the talking is kind of one of the reasons she keeps me around. He says with a smirk.
He is good at it.
Some say I'm too good at it.
Anyway, the bonus is the gem the only one we're getting, or are there more?
Oh, there's more.
Yes. Shower me with gifts.
Us?
Right, us. Shower me and Renslaw with gifts. I don't care what you give them.
Hurtful.
You know I jest.
Yeah. Valen's bonus gift is the freedom of.
It's his freedom.
It's freedom.
Could we possibly barter for him to stay locked away and we get a little more on the side?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I am certain when we finally give her that ring, she'll be like, "Oh, I will help your friend because you were so nice. You don't want like a vacation from this?" As she holds up the gem.
As I told Willow, he's a dumbass, but he is my dumbass.
Well, no accounting for taste, but I suppose that you can't pick your family.
Definitely not. In this.
True.
Especially not in this
Although I
economy.
guess,
I need them for tax
Although-
write-offs.
although I guess by technicality, I did not pick my family. My mother did.
I will say this, Drolam. I am pretty sure at this point, with how many children you played, there is no taxes paid on your part.
I know! It's awesome, isn't it?
At this point, the government pays her.
Yeah.
The government
is-
pays her to stop having children.
She is the government, though.
Well, it's clearly not working in Morningwood.
Okay, so were there rewards that you were giving us? And what are
I'm writing them out.
they? Okay.
Do. Ba-da-da-da-ba-da-da.
A staff of power, give me.
No, not
Second
yet.
vorpal sword.
Oh yeah, no. The swordsman gets like this the fabled vorpal sword, and I get toothpick.
Here you go. Oh, that's supposed to be 500 GP, not 5. The second Vaelyn the second Vaelyn pops out of it. It loses 495 gold worth of value.
What? With him out of it, it should go up in value.
We're so mean to Vaelyn.
I identify all of the objects.
Well, I want you to make some guesses as to what they are, and I'll tell you.
Well,
I assume the first one is a headband of intellect.
Ding 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 ding, correct.
Yeah. Damn.
I'm
orange, black
the
swirling
third-
concoction.
Ring with watermarks of foot paw prints upon it.
I say-
Probably water walking.
ring of water walking.
Ding 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 ding, correct.
Fans, probably that fan of gust or whatever it's called.
It's the token of Qual.
Agathar had it right. It's a wind fan. Ding 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 ding.
Ah.
And the potion, orange and black.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
I want to say it's a blind guess. I'm gonna say some kind of fire spell. Flame
It's
shield.
Nope.
It's a potion
Fire-
of. It's a potion of Halloween.
What is it, Shad? I'm not gonna guess it.
Potion of speed.
What?
Oh,
But that's
it's like
Quicksilver.
No. A potion of speed is yellow fluid streaked with black with swirls of its own.
Then why did
and
you say
swirls
orange?
on its Because I thought it was orange. I didn't think it was yellow, but it's orange, I guess, in this setting.
Okay.
Actually,
It's
no.
a potion of
Yeah.
Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, no. In this setting, it is an orange potion because yellow is
You
a
drink it and
because orange is the color of transmutation magic and yellow is illusion. So yeah.
Okay.
But hey,
potion
look at
of
that.
Tony the Tiger. You drink it, it tastes like Frosted Flakes.
So it tastes like.
It tastes like destroying your gums, yes.
I love Frosted Flakes.
I
you
like
gotta let 'em
sugar
sit.
cereal.
You gotta
But
let 'em
am I correct?
Yeah.
The Frosted Flakes is like chewing glass for the roof of your
here's
mouth.
what I do. When I pour the milk on, I dunk it all, and then I let it sit for a minute so it gets a little soggy. It's better that way.
I mean, yes, but also Frosted Flakes has like a 30-second span between shards of glass and soggy cardboard.
Yeah, but I like the soggy cardboard with the sugar on top.
Anyway, moving on. As you guys leave Le Donjon, I'm gonna remove these, and I will do a little musical transition. Speaking
So
of
how
which,
much money do I make, Shad?
what do you mean?
On our bet. I've been betting that we would make it without dying.
Huh.
Well, that's in the tavern, right?
Yeah, it is. There's a Deadpool on us.
Yeah, there is.
And Percy's been pretty confident that we're gonna make it through without a true death.
Sorry.
Give me a second.
I'm sorry.
You went to that room, signifying that you were dead, but you came out of it before we left,
I'm
signaling
sorry.
that you were a bit of a goober.
He's okay.
You essentially essentially prevented us from having to end up fighting Willow by just throwing the seeds at the.
No, I was convinced I had to fucking kill that bitch. I was gonna do like 65 damage one turn, then another 65 damage the following turn.
And she'd be like pathetic.
Wow, I might actually have to use 0.4% of my power this fight.
I may have to use one of my 7 legendary actions.
I'm messing.
I summon the power of my stand, Shaggy.
Oh no!
Okay.
So yeah, you guys. Well, first of all, you're not making any money off the Deadpool yet, unless you're cashing it out. It's one of those you keep going until.
How much are we at?
Currently, you're at 1,000.
That's chump change.
It is a
Keep
chump
going.
change.
It's chump change for you fuckers, but for the city of Vitrium, I'm just saying.
You're about to crash the economy.
1,000 gold's pretty good.
It's a city full of wizards.
Look,
They've
I
got money.
dumped 50,000 gold on the project, and you think 1,000 is gonna wet my whistle? No,
I mean, hey, look, it's 1,000 gold for one floor.
I mean, I myself have 2,726.
No, I need you to know, the higher these floors get, the more dangerous. There should be a multiplier.
Yeah, there will be.
Oh,
There will be a decent payout at the very end.
I cannot wait till we hit 11, and then things start to go up and up and up and up and up and up. Because no one besides people who are keeping it quiet know that anything past 11 is just cardboard cutouts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to ask to have Rensois have the ring of water walking. It's pointless because she also has a ring of water breathing.
I'd be curious.
Just like above the water, under the water, there is no escape.
Banui will
cannot.
find
Just
you.
Well, I kind of
So-
wanted to bump out in a minute, if you don't mind.
Okay. I'm gonna wrap it up then. So, you guys hit the checkpoint. You all get warped out, and the onyx gem in your possession cracks, and you hear, I think I used a bit too strong of a spell. It'll probably break eventually, sometime during a day.
Sell it fast.
I intend to.
Well, I
Here's
mean,
a-
whenever it breaks, he'll pop out and release, and then you have 2 gems worth 250 gold.
Or I could sell this one for a large price because it has a man inside, and then luckily,
That-
hopefully he will get out of it by himself.
That's called slavery. Don't do that.
It's not slavery if he's an accessory.
Wouldn't that? Well, I suppose he would make a fine accessory on like a necklace.
I suppose we will see. I don't know. I don't really get to make that call.
Maybe. What would happen if What would happen if a serial killer bought him and used them for jewelry? Would that make him an accessory to murder?
No, that's dumb.
No one is selling my brother for anything.
Yeah.
No, I
right,
think
he
you
would be an
should do
accessory
that.
to a murderer.
Okay. Anyway, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
These puzzles are strange. Was there anything to do with those pools of water, or were they just there for show?
I think they were just there for show.
That's just stupid.
Well, they were there.
I'm sure maybe they have some sort of purpose, but I wasn't gonna dip my head into the water to find out.
And there was a whole hallway full of illusions for no reason.
Maybe the pools existed just to have something to give the seeds back with.
Maybe.
So, you guys are free to go about the city. And with that, I'm going to end session here as you have a cracked gem with your buddy. Vox, you're free to pop off whenever you want. and we
Take
will
care,
we will
fellas.
enter the pre-stream, and we will enter the post-stream. However, I will ask for you to sit around for farewells at the very least, Vox, and then whenever I hit the. Okay, so thank you guys for joining us for Rains of Vitrium. If you want to catch us live, I stream this on Tuesdays at the same time the VOD goes up on Wednesday. And, well, viewership is as it is. I'd like to see more people here, and maybe I will.
Maybe I will.
Maybe I will. Until then, from all of us to all of you, thank you. Remember to like, subscribe, do all that other YouTube shit. Give us a follow on Twitch. I'm so close to having 50 followers on Twitch.
Huzzah!
Until then, say bye to the people, Agathar.
Bye.
Say bye to the people, Percival.
Goodbye.
Say bye to the people, Rensois.
Bye to the people.
All right, and say bye to the people, Soren.
Oi, oi.
And hopefully next week we will have Vaelyn joining us again. Oh bye!
Yes.